Hi friends, my name is Claire and this is Porch Coffee, so please stick around. Hi friends, my name is Claire and this is my channel, What Chat Theory. Here, I make videos about what it is like to live as an adult on the autism spectrum and whatever else feels good to me. So if that sounds good to you, or if you're feeling particularly gracious today, and I hope that you are, please go ahead and click the subscribe button, ring the bell. I almost forgot to mention that I put out videos 3 times a week. It is not the morning. It is 3 in the afternoon. This is not coffee. This is instant coffee with milk and sugar. It's the only way I can drink instant coffee. It came to my attention while living in other countries that a lot of places in the world don't drink brewed coffee like Americans do in the morning. And because of that, I've had more instant coffee than your average American, and more instant coffee than I care to ever drink. I don't care to ever drink it again. So that can only be one thing. I have run out of ground coffee, any coffee in my home. My partner and I go through it pretty quickly. Now I know what you're thinking, Claire. Should a beautiful, successful, OCD, autistic person be drinking caffeine so much? Oh no. Anytime we got to the don't drink caffeine part of my therapy, I don't know what happened. I just blacked out. Well, I thought today that I'd come to you in my natural state. I don't want to get too emotional because I don't necessarily feel super emotional, and yet I do, but I don't know that I'm doing as well as I'd like to be doing. This is usually why I like to write a script, because I know that sometimes I have trouble putting my thoughts together so that they're intelligible. I've noticed that I can jump around from thought to thought without really giving an explanation, so I'm going to try my best. I don't feel like I'm doing that great sometimes. Like when I take a deep breath, recently, I don't feel as settled as I would like to feel. I don't feel like I'm doing a good job keeping up with things. I feel that some of it has to do with, well, sometimes I feel a little isolated. It's just hard because as an ASD person who has social anxiety, being around people can be a really big drain on my psyche. That doesn't mean that I don't get lonely or want to be around people sometimes. So that might be part of it, that I've kind of been isolating recently. Also, I don't think I was taking my medication regularly over the past few weeks, and I've gotten back on the medication train, so hopefully that will help me in the days to come, weeks to come, life to come. But I was thinking, at least I know that I'm not having a great time right now. Whereas in an old life of mine, I would have just kept pushing and not really been able to sense what was wrong, more that there was just this off feeling and that I should just keep pushing. At least now in my life, I can sense when things aren't going well for me and do something about it. So I'm trying to stay positive to that effect. I just feel like a sense of guilt sometimes that I'm not doing better. Like, I feel guilt that I'm not doing it the neurotypical way anymore, or trying to. Like, it's funny because I never could have done it the neurotypical way, even though I was trying, because I'm not neurotypical. But I still feel guilty that I'm not able to do life the neurotypical way anymore. I feel better than I used to, but I also don't know how to do it the neurodiverse way. And I feel like I've been figuring it out okay. And I know that it's going to take time, years maybe. Then I get down on myself for not going fast enough. Just feeling a little lost, I guess. I think maybe I just need to sit down and write out what I want my life to look like so that I can work towards that goal and get more focused. But I just want to be able to do it in a healthy way. That's healthy for me and good for my relationship and good for my friendships. How about you? Do you ever feel kind of lost? Especially if you were late diagnosed. I had a friend once who was late diagnosed ADHD, and they told me that they were just working through where they fit. Where do I fit? I think that is the apt question. That's how I'm feeling. Where do I fit into this world as a neurodiverse person? How do I have a nice life that makes me happy? And yet, well, I was going to say, makes me successful in the eyes of neurotypicals, but I don't even know if that's what I want. See, I'm having a day. I'm having one of those days, so thanks for listening. Before I was diagnosed, before I realized I was on the spectrum, my entire life was about pushing. I went through a ton of education. I worked really hard to become successful, and now I'm not doing anything. Now, it's not that I'm not doing anything. I'm making these videos, and they're taking my energy. I know I need to be kinder to myself. I know that 30 years of being undiagnosed and unpacking that is a lot. The connotations of that, the trauma of that, is a lot. I just wish I could work through it faster. I feel like I've lost time, like time that I could have been more of myself, made better decisions, but I also know that I can't get hung up on that. I need to move forward, but then I also need to process. How do you do both at once? Just process and move forward at once. Just keep moving forward. But I don't want to push myself and then not process what happened. You know in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, where Hagrid finally finds Harry and he's like, "You're a wizard, Harry." He's like, "I can't be." That's how I kind of feel about being on the spectrum. And a darn good one, I wager. So the whole idea is just difficult for me because I'm still in kind of shock and awe about it. And yet, it's happening. It happened. Trying to pick up the pieces and move forward. Does anyone have any advice on how they move past feelings like this? Part of me feels like I'm ready to just explode and fly and move my life forward and just kill it. And the other part of me feels like I just need some time. I know that that's okay. If you're neurotypical and you're watching this, I'm sorry that I'm being so open and honest with my life. I know that that makes neurotypicals either uncomfortable or think that I'm doing something super brave. But I'm just autistic, and autistic people have trouble not being honest. So that's just how I'm feeling. We're naturally honest. You'd think that that was a good thing, considering that that's all you're taught in grade school, is to not lie and to be honest, and how great that is. But what I've learned is it's not always the case. It's not always how it's supposed to be. A lot of neurotypical people aren't honest all the time. It's not people's default setting, and I just didn't know. All right, friends, well, I've babbled for a while. Again, I don't want you to think I'm complaining. I'm just trying to tell you where I'm at, how I'm doing. I want to be able to bring you better content, and I'm really going to be working on that. Not just the content, but myself. Becoming a better person, more grounded and centered, and able to share my love and joy with other people. That's my hope. I hope that you have a wonderful Monday, that you're enjoying your cup of coffee, and I will see you on Wednesday. Bye!